right, enough USMNT. How about some quick hits instead?
Let's go, Gab.
England beat Andorra 2-0 in their World Cup qualifier. Jules, games like these aren't going to determine whether they qualify.
No.
Did we learn anything against the parked bus?
No, neither. I have to say, it was a hard watch, I thought, when your two centre-backs between them together, have 260 touches of the ball in 90 minutes. It's just like, this is not for me. I thought even against the low block, there was just, a lack of urgency, intensity, just everything. But it's a game that they just had to win. They won it. I don't know. I've got nothing else to say on this.
All I'm going to say about this is, why is he playing Dan Burn?
I don't know. Why is he playing 2 6s? Why is he Rice and Anderson? Just play Anderson. You wanted to see him. He was very good. I would have been very good against Andorra in that team, in that England team, I promise you. Why do you have to play Rice and Anderson? Just play Anderson and that's it. You know Rice. You're right. Why do you play Dan Burn in there? You could even go, I don't know. It's just...
Yeah, why not chuck in a kid? Why not? There's so many different things. Yeah, and the 2 6s, I thought we were going to see Rice in a more marauding role, but we didn't.
No. Tuchel said it was a 3-7 from England. Okay. Yeah,
all right. Whatever.
Yeah. Not great international break for Germany, Gab. You mentioned it a little bit in the intro of the show, but they were beaten by Slovakia 2-0 first, and then they're struggling to score for long periods against Northern Ireland. It was 1-1 until the 70th minute before winning 3-1. This is quite worrying, isn't it?
I think it is, and you could, of course, Kai Havertz, the best on earth, isn't there. But on paper, this was, against Northern Ireland, certainly the right lineup. You had two passers in midfield. Northern Ireland were going to park the bus, hit you on the break. Wobbles at the back. I don't think Valdemar Anton was great, frankly.
Ta and Rudiger against Slovakia were horrendous.
And they're, and these are your veterans. These are guys who are supposed to be sure things. And even the goal, now I should say the guy who was Bailey with the long last name, who I discovered is not the starting keeper for Northern Ireland anymore. Yeah. He lost his place, but he came on. He made a couple big saves, but then made a massive blunder in the goal that made it 2-1. And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, Amiri came on and scored the goal, and I'm like, really, that Amiri, the same guy who was written off many years ago for being, undisciplined and so on. Like, it just really does not feel like a Tuchel player at all. Florian Wirtz.
Nagelsmann player.
Sorry. Or Tuchel. Both of them.
Yeah.
Florian Wirtz did absolutely nothing until the 70th minute of the second game against Northern Ireland, where he pulls a free kick out of his backside. Yeah. Gorgeous free kick, and obviously he can do that. He's had a rough start, I think, at Liverpool. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah.
He will regain his mojo, but you still can't. You shouldn't be piling all the pressure on Florian Wirtz to turn things around. Other leaders have to step up. Joshua Kimmich, of course, the obvious one, and your veteran defenders, like we said, they have to do better. Everything goes wrong for my boy Vincenzo Montella as Spain hammered Turkey away 6-0, Jules. That Mikel Merino guy, he got a hat trick. Where does he play?
Yeah, pretty special. The third goal is the best one individually in the curler, but the first one is the best as a team. There's 25 passes in.
Oh my God, the way the ball pinballs back and forth in the box
even before
and under control.
Yeah, but even before that, all the build-up leading into that cross from Kukureya, and then Oyarzabal and Nico just setting the ball up for Merino just behind them is wonderful. To be fair to Turkey, if you want to watch the game against rest defense, maybe it's two words they don't really know in Turkey, or that Vincenzo Montella doesn't know, because they were all over the place defensively. But Spain like this, in that kind of form, Lamine and Nico, before he got injured, Oyarzabal, Zubimendi and Pedri, especially in that midfield with Merino, who was just there to score, basically. But the other two running the show was incredible. Turkey had chances, to be fair, and they could have scored too, because Spain also played a high line a lot in the game, but they were just, at times, incredible to watch, and it was just a wonderful performance from them.
Huge miss from Lamine, but don't let that throw you. He had so many other moments of magic.
So good, man. Big away win for Portugal too, as they hammer Armenia 5-0, as Joao Felix and Cristiano Ronaldo, obviously not teammates at Al Nassr, get 2 goals each.
Yeah, you could argue Al Nassr beat Armenia. Look, Joao Felix, when he's good, he's very good.
We just don't know for how long he will be good.
He's sparkered. Cristiano Ronaldo now up to 140 international goals, which means he only has 50 to go to catch Christine Sinclair. You're on the record saying he won't do it.
Yes.
Definitely.
He won't do it.
All right. Okay. We'll
I
see.
want Christian to keep a record.
All right. We're not done. We have more quick hits.
Yes.
Argentina beat Venezuela 3-0, and Lionel Messi scores twice. Jules, they qualified a long, long time ago, but the story here is how Messi seemed to be in tears at the end. Supposedly, they said, it's because it's the last Argentina game on Argentine side. I don't think it's that. This is a dude who moved away when he was 14 years old. We took it for granted that we'd see him at the World Cup, but is that in question now? Because his words seemed a little bit ambiguous.
Yeah, he said the most logical would be that I don't make it. Obviously, at my age and, with my kind of fitness, that stuff. His three boys came on to the pitch with him like if it was the last ever.
Triple substitution.
Yeah, almost. Like if it was, the last time ever he was wearing the shirt. It was very emotional and beautiful, and he scored 2 goals. Well set up as well by Julien Alvarez.
Which is why you're wearing an Argentina shirt.
Well,
today.
it's just the thought for the GOAT, really. And yeah, I was really I think we all expected him to be in the US for the World Cup in Canada and Mexico as well next summer. But he seems to doubt himself that he will be there. I guess what could help him maybe, Gab, is the way the MLS season is structured, because there would obviously be a break in between. So it's not like a European season when you go all the way now pretty much to the World Cup without stopping. He will have a break in between, if you want. So that would be good for him at his age, I guess.
Yeah, I think he got caught up in the emotion and everything. If it was his way of saying, guys, at my age, it's not normal that, a big country like Argentina, which is the way some people read it, has to rely on somebody my age at the World Cup, blah, 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 let the youngsters through. But you've worked so hard to get this point. You went into Miami with this goal.
Yeah.
I think it was just having an emotional moment. I am 100% sure he will be there at the World Cup in 2026. Because you know what? The other guy's going to be there.
Yeah,
assuming Portugal qualifies. So will he.
Yeah. Carlo Ancelotti's Brazil rolled to a 3-0 win over Chile. No Vinicius and no Rodrigo. But, Gab, we got to see Estevao, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, I really like that Estevao with João Pedro combination. I think they could have scored more early. Chile, not good. Interesting and very Carleto-like. Casemiro with Bruno Guimaraes in central midfield. The 2 sixes.
The Paquet as well, who scored.
The Paquet comes off the bench and scores. Well done, the Paquet, by the way. I know we touched upon this last time, but the case against him was so bad that they accused him of deleting his messages on WhatsApp and, what are you, something to hide? He has disappearing messages set to his phone. Lots of people have that. It saves you storage on your phone.
Absolutely.
I'm guessing the Packet can't afford the big 128 gig iPhone. He has a 64 gig iPhone. By the way, like I do. Anyway, France beat Ukraine 2-0 as Kylian Mbappe makes it look easy. That second goal was absurd. Anyway, they face Iceland on Tuesday night. But Jules, it's not been a fun few days for Paris Saint-Germain, though.
No.
They're angry with Deschamps and the French FA over Dembele's injury.
Yeah, and Desiré Doué, to be fair, to a lesser extent, but Dembele especially, because he got already a bit of an injury on the weekend before against Toulouse on his left thigh, and then the PSG wrote a letter to the French Federation saying, listen, he's physically tired and quite fragile. We've monitored everything. We've got all the data. Just be careful, basically. There was no way that Dembele should have come on at halftime in this game. He came on to replace Doué, who got injured and is now out for 4 weeks. And then Dembele came on, lasted until the 80th minute, one sprint, and then he fell his other hamstring, so the right one this time, and will be out for 6 weeks.
So, sorry, if it's the other thigh, are Paris Saint-Germain arguing that because of the balance of the body, maybe he was tired?
No. They just said he was physically tired. They could see there was a lot of his muscles kind of in the red zone a little bit. So they said to the French national team, you can take him. Already they said, why don't he come home? But so he didn't train at all week until the day before the game, which again is not a good sign if you're a player, because if you don't train with the rest of the team, it's clearly you're not fit. And I think Deschamps had he did an interview on French television on Sunday, and had a few words that almost it looked like he was kind of apologizing a little bit without apologizing, but he said, like, if I was in PSG's shoes, I would feel the same and I would have the same feeling. So I think he kind of, in the end, he was very defensive on Friday night, saying, like, listen, I played him because he told me he could play, that he was fit, there was no problem. I was told there was no problem, that's why I played him. And I think 2 days later, he kind of have a different view on the whole situation. And PSG also losing Luis Enrique. I mean, not as badly as Doué and Dembele, who will now miss 4 and 6 weeks, like I said. But Dembele fell doing it on a bike ride.
Luis Enrique.
Luis Enrique, and
He was-
fractured his collarbone on
He was
Friday.
so angry and so frustrated. This is what I don't understand.
That
is
was before the France
Okay.
game. Yeah.
how fast must he have been going to fracture his collarbone?
Well, I don't know. You know, even if you don't fall fast, it's how you fall, right? But
Maybe he's a professional athlete. He's pretty fit. I was
he's a great
surprised by
bike
that.
rider as well. That's the thing. So I don't know if there was a car involved. You know exactly what happened, but yeah, that's pretty bad.